condemn people to any abode. We leave it in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Actually, I wrote an article once when somebody asked that, are those who do not follow a school sinful? I said, I'm not here to judge whether they are sinful or not. It's between them and Allah. But the issue here is that, okay, there's two types of people in the world. We are either someone's a muqallid or someone's a mujtahid. Right? And then you have levels of muqallid. Either you're a mujtahid. Mujtahid is someone who, on the caliber of people like Abu Hanifa, Malik, Shafi'i, Ahmed, Sufyan al-Thawri, Awza'i and others. Or you're a muqallid. A mujtahid does not have to follow someone, but a muqallid who does not, and there are prerequisites of ijtihad, then he must follow. Now there are levels of a muqallid as well. There are certain muqallid, some are like absolutely have no information about Islam whatsoever. That's why some of those ulama, they said madhabul ami madhabu muftihi, which means that the general layperson, his madhab is the madhab of his local imam and the local mufti and the local jurist. He doesn't know, you need to even know whether he's following Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali, whatever. You ask your local, as long as you have full trust and confidence in your local sheikh, you ask him, alhamdulillah, whatever response he gives to you, you accept that, you take it. That's it. So that's one level of people who have no understanding whatsoever. Then there are certain people who do know, understand why they follow a school, and they have a bit of good understanding, they know the proofs. Another issue here as well is that when you follow a school, it doesn't mean that you should not even think about proofs. Who said that? If a person is a Hanafi, or for example, someone's a Maliki, without a doubt, look for the proofs and evidences. You should. Like for example, in the Hanafi school, there's actually an encyclopedia. I don't know if you guys know this. There's an encyclopedia in the Hanafi school called I'la'us Sunan. 24 volumes. All the evidences from the hadith for the Hanafi school. 24 volumes in Arabic. These are all evidences. Every school has an evidence. There's no school that is baseless. There's no school. Everybody has evidences. And we will not know until we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. We won't know who was actually absolutely accurate. Nobody would know. I tell the students sometimes, one of the things that I want to do is when you go in Akhirah, find out who was actually accurate and not. In the Akhirah, in Jannah, if you touch a woman, your wudu breaks or not. The Shafi'i says it does break, invalidates your wudu. The Hanafis don't. One of the things I want to do in Akhirah is ask Allah, which opinion was the true opinion? Because in this world, you will, until you die, you will not know. Because we don't know, and Allah left it like that. You will not know. But Allah has made both opinions to be acceptable. It's an ijtihad. Man ijtahada فَأَصَابَ فَلَهُ أَجْرَانِ وَمَنْ أَخْطَأَ فَلَهُ أَجْرٌ وَاحِدٌ. Someone who has the prerequisites of ijtihad and did ijtihad and was correct, 2 rewards. If you made a mistake, 1 reward. Allah will accept both ijtihads. But ultimately, by Allah, there's only one truth. This is actually this is an issue that's been discussed by the scholars. Is both things true by Allah or only one? There's only one truth. You can't have black and white, both true. Allah accepts both, but ultimately there's only one truth. Allah has accepted both because of the ijtihad, but only one truth. We'll find that in Akhirah. We'll have a lesson there, Insha'Allah. We can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, within the people of taqleed, there are different levels. And there are certain scholars who are very deep into their understanding. They primarily follow school, but in certain issues, because they've really investigated the issue deep, they have a different opinion. They don't follow the school's opinion in that particular issue. So you could have that as well. So I don't really like to say which group is doing what and wrong, but the bottom line here is that if someone does not have the necessary tools of doing ijtihad, then they must follow. And really, brothers, I tell you one thing. In this day and age, there is no one who does not follow. There's no human being, no Muslim, whether he claims that he follows a school or not, you can never find someone who does not follow anyone. If you find a person like that, bring it to me. Impossible. Brother, this is the opinion. This is how you should do your salah. Why? There's a hadith. Where is the hadith? Here. How do you know? What kind of hadith it is? It's sahih. How do you know? Oh, Imam al-Zahabi said this is sahih. Imam this said this is sahih. Imam this chain of narrators. What are you doing? Imam Ibn Taymiyyah said it. You're following someone. You have to. Impossible. You're following Abu Hanifa, Malik, Shafi'i, Ahmad, or Ibn Qayyim, or Ibn Taymiyyah. You're following someone. You can't just directly ask the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La mafar min al-taqleed. There is no, you can't do away with taqleed. You have to follow. You're following someone. You know, there was this one sheikh, and I'll just end this question with this. He sat in Saudi Arabia, in Hijaz, in the Haram of Mecca. One brother came who was quite staunch in not following a particular school. He said, look, I heard you're the great sheikh of the Hanafis in the subcontinent. He said, no, I'm just a student. He said, well, I want to have a debate with you. I said, okay, I don't like having debates, but fine, if you have a question, or let's discuss something. I said, okay, I have certain questions that I disagree with the Hanafi school, but before we move on, I have a condition. So, okay, I do not want, when you tell me something, your evidence has to be either a verse of the Quran or a hadith sahih. That's it. I will not accept a weak hadith and no opinions of men. That's it. Quranic verse or hadith sahih. So, okay, fine. Accepted. So before we go on, can I just ask you, do you know what the definition of a sahih hadith is? What do you think? You think I don't know what the hadith sahih definition is? Well, what is it? So no, I trust you, but just so that we're on the same wavelength, I just want to know so that your understanding of a sahih hadith is the same as mine. So okay, so he started. Conditions. There's 5 conditions for sahih, hadith. Ittisal al-sanad and all the rawis are adil, and there's a long definition. He said, when he started his definition of the sahih hadith, he said, wait, brother, wait. I have a condition too as well. My condition is, give me the definition of a sahih hadith in light of only a Quran verse or a hadith sahih. That's it. I'm not going to accept your condition, my condition. Give me a Quranic verse where Allah says, Surah Al-Fatiha or Baqarah, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu al-hadithu sahih hakadha, 5 shurut. Or there's a hadith. Who made these 5 conditions? Men made these 5 conditions. Who made these 5 conditions? Scholars of this ummah, muhaddithun. The course you read about the Jarriyah of hadith, they made these conditions. Did the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam made this condition? No. Sahaba? No. Who made these conditions? People in the 3rd, 4th century. So, whatever you do, there's no way out. You have to follow. These are some questions which are maybe not related to today's topic. Let me see if there's one relating to the topic. Why do Shafi'i follow Hanafi ruling for fudu whilst doing tawaf? Does it not disrupt the Shafi'i methodology? Maybe the question is trying to ask that sometimes what happens is that certain rulings in a particular school is extremely difficult in certain situations. This is another topic altogether where we have darura, haja, need, the situations of extreme need and necessity. So because of that, certain rules are relaxed because of the extreme hardship. And this is taken from the Quran and Sunnah. There are many examples for that. So, yeah, sometimes the Shafi'i school, the Maliki school, like certain rules in the Hanafi school are very difficult to act upon. So they take the rukhsa, not to make things just easy, sometimes genuine hardship. But this is another topic that we can talk about. This question here, as a follower of the Hanafi school of interpretation of the Quran and Sunnah, this is what the question, what I said in my talk. As a follower of the Hanafi school's interpretation of the Quran and Sunnah, this is good. Is it permissible or is the salah valid when reading behind an imam from the other 3? Yeah, it's fine. You can read, of course. That's another extreme. A Shafi'i can read behind a Hanafi, Hanafi behind a Maliki, Maliki behind a... I mean, come on, if Imam Malik came today and led salah, would you not read behind him? If you're a Hanafi, would you say, no, Imam Malik, sorry, I'm not going to read behind you. I'll be the first one to read behind Imam Malik and Imam Ahmad, despite him doing things differently. So, of course, there's not a problem. This is going to the other extreme. That, this madhab, that madhab. Just read. Don't worry about too many things. Read your salah. Don't look for too many things. Don't search for. We are not mukallaf. What we are responsible to do is we just close our eyes and pray. If you see something majorly wrong in the prayer itself, and then there's a discussion. Some scholars said the imam's prayer should be valid according to his school, even though if it's not valid according to your school. Some said no, his salah should be valid according to your school. Now, but the point here is that you don't have to go and investigate. You don't go to the imam. Imam, did you touch your woman, your wife before you came? Did you do wudu? You don't have to do all that. Assume, presume everything's fine. Allahu Akbar, don't even look. Just Allahu Akbar, read. It's all done. You don't have to worry too much.